Hello everyone and welcome back to PLC Automation. In the past videos, we already covered some important function blocks of this pump station control system project. We started with function block analog scaling, where we scaled the raw analog pressure and the flow value into real engineering values. After that, we worked on a mode manager function block where we created the logic, auto mode and manual mode. We also added some stop and start and reset commands. And then we continued with the pressure control function block where the PLC decides how many pumps are required based on the actual pressure. Then the pressure set point, start band and stop band, and alarm limits. We also explained the pump station, which is responsible for the pump selection, lead latched rotation, runtime balancing, and the dry run protection. In this video, we will focus on another very important block, and this is called Alarm Manager. This block will collect warning and faults in one place. We will separate alarms into warning words and fault words. So temporary warning can disappear automatically while serious fault stays latched until the reset. So this makes the project cleaner, more professional, and easier to connect to the HMI alarms screen. So let's start it. So the function block alarm manager is used to collect and organize all alarms of the pump station project. And instead of having alarms everywhere in the program, we bring them together in one function block. This makes the project cleaner, easier to troubleshoot, and easier to connect to the HMI. In this function block, we separate alarms into two groups. The warning word. These are warnings that disappears automatically when the condition is gone. And fault words. These are faults that stays active until the operator presses reset. This is important because warning and fault should not behave the same way. So to start, we are going to enter our input variables. The first input variable is reset and a data type of boolean, and the second one is dry run test. Third one low pressure alarm, and the fourth one high pressure alarm. And the fifth one, pressure sensor fault. Sixth one, flow sensor fault. And now we are going to enter two more variables of array data types, pump feedback fault, data type, array boolean 1 to 4, because we have 4 pumps in our project. Our last input variables maintenance, and this is also array of boolean 1 to 4. And now I'm going to enter the output. We are going to put our groups in the output. And the first two, they are worked. And we are also going to use one static variable. And this is also word data type. Now we have entered our interface variables. Now we are going to write our SCL logic. At the beginning, we are going to write some text. So how our mapping is going to look like. For example, for our warning, we are using the warning word. So every word has 16 bits, right? So let me also write some more text. And our second, this is our bit number 1, and our second bit, high pressure alarm. Because we are using the same logic for 4 pumps, we can copy the same code. So number 2, 3, 4, 5, pump 2, pump 3, pump 4. We have written our warning words. We are going to use 6 bits of our warning words, and now we are going to write some code for the fault word. So the fault words, they are less, and they say active. So we are going to write our code now. So what happens here? In our SCL code, we are using our static word, this one, okay? So we are changing the status of every bit of this word with our variables we get from other function blocks, right? I'm going to use 7 times 7 bits of the fault word. So this is the bit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number 0, bit number 1, bit number 2, number 3, 4, bit number 5, bit number 6, but the 7th bit, right? Because we are starting from the 0. And the second one should be pressure sensor fault. Third one, flow sensor fault. Now, one, just changing the difference. Done. We have now 7 fault alarms. So with this code, we set our bits. Now we have to reset them. Resetting all bits. We are going to make a copies of this code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, now we're going to change the variables. The second one should be a pressure sensor fault. Oh, sensor fault. On feedback 1. We can just make a copy of this code, this variable. And also changing the bit numbers. So this is 0, and this is bit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, no. 1 should be here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have used the 7 bits. So now in this code we set the bits, and in this code, while we are pushing the reset button, we reset all the bits. First of all, push our static value to output. So FaultWord equals to latched, right? And now we are also going to make a general alarm. Alarm active equals to WarningWord. W hashtag 16 and also hashtag 1, 2, 3, 4 or FaultWord the same W hashtag 16, again hashtag 4 times 0, 1 2 3 4. So this alarm active, we can use this variable on our HMI as indicator. So this is our SCL logic, but I'm going to add one more variable, and this is called 1 second pulse, and this is a boolean. Done. And now I'm going to write a SCL logic using a timer. In the static variables, we are using tone timer. So in our SCL logic, we are going to write and the preset time hashtag 2 seconds, 1 second, right? And now 1 second pulse equals to 1 second dot kill. Okay, only the 1 second pulse. We are going to drag and drop it here in the static variables. And now the ear is also gone, right? So we have prepared our alarm manager function block, and we end up our today's session here. And I thank you very much for watching this video, and I will catch you back in the next video. Have a great day.